Hello, Internet. Idiot Craftman here. Today, I wanted to just kind of go through the process of downloading something from STLflix and then getting that set up with your slicer. So I've got a couple different options here. Right now, I've got my Ender 3 as well as my FlashForge Creator Pro. So I will be... Sorry, bear with me just 1 second here. All right, so I will be choosing something and going through both of them, both of the processes, so that you can see kind of what the difference is between the two different machines. Oh, sorry. The two different machines and how they function, as well as kind of let you see what's going on with STLflix. So let's see here. Okay, so we've got STLflix here. So I do have their lifetime subscription on this. So that does allow me to sell commercially and things like that. And you get unlimited downloads, all that jazz. So this thing's pretty cool. All right. So this is the new one. These are some of the older ones here. So you can see this guy, the Dragon Overlord, that's the stone baby dragon. So I actually printed one of those guys out. And I've got that right here that I can do. So you can see they come out really good. I haven't cleaned this one up yet. You can see I kind of started with it a little bit, but I didn't peel off the excess stuff down at the bottom. And I printed this one with a brim because I wasn't sure how that was going to end up turning out. So just kind of gives you a good idea. They actually do come out really good. I printed this one here on my FlashForge Creator Pro. I have printed stuff out onto the Ender as well. I don't think I have anything laying around offhand. Oh, I guess. So this one, I do need to rework my settings on it a little bit, but I printed this Anubis bust out from STLflix. So there we go. All right. Now let's see here. Let's get back over to all right, here we go. So I saw these little articulated pets, and that is just about perfect, right up my alley. So let's take a look at this guy right here. So awesome. Hopefully this is print in place. So it gives you all of the information that you need here, what you want to set everything at. And I'm just kind of checking. All right, so doesn't need any support. Looks like the build plate adhesion is a skirt. And so we're going to go down here to download and files. And you can see we're downloading up here. Got that in the top right corner. So that might take just a little bit to download since I'm doing the live stream. And looks like we're about halfway. So let's go ahead and pull up the two different things that I'm going to be using here. So I've got Flash Print, flash print here, which gives you, this is for the FlashForge creator. So this is just a project that I was working on previously. So I'm going to go into new project. I'm going to load file and go to downloads. Is that this guy? There we go. So we got standard and we got sleeping. So it looks like we got a couple different options here. So I like the sleeping idea. So we're going to go ahead and crack this guy open. All right, so it looks like he's going to be just a small little guy. All right, so we're going to set him up. We're going to make sure that we do not have any supports on here. So we're going to go ahead and just clear the supports. For my Creator Pro, this is actually a dual extruder. So we want to make sure that we have the correct filament being used. So I'm going to choose the right extruder to print that. I've got black filament in there right now. So we're going to see how that turns out with the black filament. And then in the ender, I've got white filament. So kind of be able to compare those two. So, all right, we're going to come up here, select to start slicing. Now, it did say that for the layer height, you want to run that at 16. So we're just going to come in here, 0.16. As a size for and it's got the first layer height at 27. We're going to go ahead and drop that down to just do 20. It does like to put the first layer on a little bit thicker on this machine, which is perfectly fine. So additions here. Enable brim. We're actually going to try turning that off. And then raft we do not need. So we're just going to make sure we do not have a raft. And then we're going to slice this guy up. And let's go into the slice preview here. So that's not too bad. It's got the estimated print time at just under 2 hours. You can see it's 1 hour and 45 minutes here, which is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and close the preview on that. And all right, so next we are going to want to go into Cura. So let me pull that open here. All right, so we've got Cura up here. You can see again, I got the same thing over there. And I haven't been paying attention to my print. So the one behind me is messing up. So let me show you how I deal with that. All right, so I've got this guy here. I don't know why that's not showing you what's currently happening right now. On my cell phone, it shows you exactly what's going on with it. Okay, so let me show you on my cell phone how it works. Clearly, I'm not in too big of a hurry to stop this. So that's showing you live what's going on there. As you can see, it is not printing correctly. So let's come back over here. And we're just gonna click to stop that. And I can hear it behind me stopping. So I think that it looks like we might have gotten clogged up or something along those lines, which is unfortunate, but that does happen. So, all right. Moving on, let's get back to Cura here. Now, with Cura, hello, Jonathan, welcome. So, Cura, I'm just going to load the other file that I selected from STLflix. And so that is going to be this guy right here. The other one we did sleeping. So this guy we're going to do standard. And let that load. So we can see we've got our little corgi here. Looks good. This one's going to be printing on the Ender 3. And again, we do not need to have any kind of supports or anything for this. So I'm just going to come in here and we're going to select dynamic quality. We're just going to kind of start from the beginning on this guy, make sure that we get all of our settings the way that we want them to be. So layer height is good with the 16. Now, I will admit I am not great with settings, so kind of keep that in mind. I'm just kind of going through with what I normally know. I used to do outside to inside, but then I started having some issues with that. So I don't know if that's my physical settings or if that's the actual settings in here. Let's see. All right, infill, I think we can drop this guy down a little bit. So we're going to bring him to 15. Maybe. All right, 15 for the infill density. A lot of times they recommend that you do gyroid. I usually have issues with that, and I don't find it to be as sturdy as just having it on cubic. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it on cubic. So I've got a PEI bed. So I have noticed that my initial layer has been giving me issues. I do actually know about a Creality slicer. Mine didn't come with anything, or if it did, maybe I missed out on that. So this is Ultimaker Cura. This is a free download. This is probably one of the more popular ones out there. This is the main one that I use. All right, so that initial build plate temperature is 70, so that we make sure that we're getting good adhesion to the bed. And then 60 is going to be for everything else that comes after that. And print speed should be good at 50. We don't want this guy to be going too fast. Initial layer speed, you want to have that going a little bit slower. Make sure that you get that set properly. So 20 should be just fine for that. We're not in a big rush on this. Retraction. I do think that I am having some issues with my retraction because I have been getting a little bit of stringing. Also, I am going to try just turning the print temperature down on this one a little bit. Actually, sorry, I'm going to be turning this up just a little bit. So 205, we're going to see if that helps out with anything on this one. So retraction distance. I'm kind of just winging this all a little bit. So it was initially at 6. I was having a lot of problems with that. So we're going to drop it down to 4. See if that gets us anything better. I don't really know much about the retraction speed. Okay, so Jonathan, the Creality software is based off of Cura. Okay, I know that a lot of these companies kind of work with each other and, things like that. So, like Prusa, I want to say Prusa does their own, but I think Bamboo Labs is also using an offshoot of Prusa for theirs. Whereas for my FlashForge, we've got FlashPrint. That's their proprietary software. So I think there's a way to get that set up in Cura. If so, I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time trying to figure that out either. So for the adhesion, I like to do a skirt, and since this one's a little bit smaller, I'm going to kick that over to 4. That kind of helps me just figure out if I've got anything that I need to adjust as far as my layer height goes and things like that. So we're going to come down over here, and we're going to hit slice on that so that we can get that ready. And pull my memory card for my camera, clear this guy off. So So Jonathan, are you using an Ender 3? That's what I have back here. I have just the regular. Previous print did not. Part of it worked, part of it did not. So we've got the PEI bed here. And just going to clean this up real quick so that we can get that other part going. And a lot of debris over there. All right. Yeah, I like the Ender 3, but it's also kind of a big headache sometimes. So great intro machine. You're definitely gonna get very good at fixing it. I just went through and upgraded my extruder on it. So that's cool. Okay, where am I at in the process here? So we've got save to the removable drive. Now this guy's showing 4 hours and 3 minutes on here with these settings. On my FlashForge, it was just saying hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, the magnetic plates, Jonathan, are definitely the way to go. I got, like I said, I got the PEI bed. I've got, what do you call it, a glass plate as well. That one's fine, but it definitely, you have to kind of do a lot to it. You have to make sure that it's super clean all the time. And then you also have to, I was never able to get it working without using glue for it. So fortunately, you can get all of that stuff on Amazon for pretty cheap. So let's see. Oh, I'm over here clicking on the wrong thing. So Amazon, let me show you what I ended up with. You can see I buy a lot of stuff. So this is the one that I got, the PEI bed, 25 bucks. The one that I got, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they do. They were doing buy one, get one free on it, and that's worked out pretty good for me. So there's a link to that one if you're interested in that guy. All right, and then so come back over here, and what did I save him as? There we go. Just had to refresh him. Okay, so we just come down here and to print. So this is the software that my camera uses. Yeah, definitely check those out for sure. The magnetic beds are a big game changer. And we're just waiting on this guy to start. So let's make sure this is heating up properly. All right, that is looking funky right there. All right, I can never tell how it's working on my computer. I'm rarely on my computer doing this. So on the phone, it is a lot simpler. So on the phone is what it shows. So it shows our temps are dropping right now. So I don't think that it took our prints. So I'm just going to come in here. All right, we got him printing. And we should be good to go. And see, we've got a change in the temperature right there. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just waiting on that print to start running now. Do you have any questions for me, Jonathan, before I sign out of here? All right, sir. Well, thank you for being a part of our first live stream. All right, for sure. If you're not already, definitely follow us on YouTube at Idiot Craftman. I will be doing a time lapse on this once I get that all printed. Hopefully it prints correctly. And yeah, keep in touch. We'll see you later.